The effects of microclimate conditions on health and productivity of farm animals. Thermorugulation of farm animals, heat production, heat loss, and thermal balance, and criteria for assessing and evaluating the thermal environment of animals, such as TNZ, thermal neutral zone, and adaptation of animals to ambient temperatures. So the effects of microclimate conditions on animals' health. Temperature influences biological functions and productivity. Humidity and moisture loss affects evaporated heat loss through the skin and respiration. Velocity affects convective heat exchange, measured by anemometers. And radiation includes solar, such as shortwave, and terrestrial, which is longwave, influencing heat absorption, which is measured by pyranometers and globe thermometers. Other microclimatic conditions are noise, light, and air quality. They impact the animal's comfort and productivity. So for thermorugulation in animals, for heat production, this is from metabolism and solar radiation. For heat loss, this is from convection, conduction, radiation, and evaporation. And thermal balance is when the animal maintains a stable body temperature for optimal biological functions. And how animals adapt to these temperature changes. When it's cold, it increases metabolism by shivering and by having thicker coats and huddling. When it's too hot, animals will have increased respiration, sweating, and seeking shade. And for the species-specific responses, ruminants tolerate cold temperatures better. This is because they have reduced evaporated heat loss and thicker skin. They are prone to heat stress and they can have increased respiration and sweating when they have heat stress. For swine, piglets are sensitive to the cold. This is because piglets have poor insulation as well as a high surface area to volume ratio. When they're very small, they lack adipose tissue. Poultry, chicks need high temperature. The minimal weight loss happens at 28 to 32 degrees Celsius. Meet these temperatures for sustainable feed conversion ratio. And thermal neutral zones is a range where animals maintain body temperature with minimal energy expenditure. The critical temperatures. There's low critical temperature and upper critical temperature. Low critical temperature is below which an animal needs to generate additional heat. And upper critical temperature is above which an animal struggles to dissipate heat. How animals adapt to different heats. So short-term, behavioral. They can change their posture, seek water, shade, or cool surfaces. And they can reduce their physical activity. So short-term is behavioral, and mid-term is physiological. This is when the animal adjusts its metabolic rate and appetite. And different species have different ways. For example, horses sweat, and cattle lose heat through respiratory heat loss. The long-term effects are morphological. These are structural changes, such as coat density and skin thickness.